I was cut for my future husband, so I don't have sex outside marriage, so I don't enjoy sex. Primarily, my body is just there to carry babies.
An estimate of 200 million girls and women in parts of Africa, Asia, Middle East, and many more countries are being subjected to the procedure of practice female genital mutilation, also known as FGM. Female genital mutilation is a non-medical purpose procedure forced upon young girls between the ages of infancy to adolescence. According to the World Health Organization, the practice includes the partial or total removal of the external female genitalia or other injury to the female genital organs to young girls before the age of 15.
We went to this dark looking house. There was this lady and she just told me to lie down. I honestly didn't know what to do, so I went along with it. She just took off my panties and she just went along with it. She just cut my clit. For being 7 years old and going through something like that is just horrendous.
The practice includes 4 different types of FGM. Type 1, also known as clitoridectomy, is the partial or total removal of the clitoral glands, the external and visible part of the clitoris, which is the sensitive part of the female genitals, or the prepuce of the clitoral hood, the fold of the skin surrounding the clitoral glands. Type 2, also known as excision, is the partial or total removal of the clitoral glands in the labia minora, the inner folds of the vulva, with or without removal of the labia majora, the outer folds of the skin of the vulva. Type 3, also called infibulation, is the narrowing of the vaginal opening through the creation of a covering seal. The seal is formed by cutting and repositioning the labia minora or labia majora, sometimes through stitching, with or without removal of the clitoral prepuce, clitoral hood, and glands. Type 4 includes all other harmful procedures to the female genitalia for non-medical purposes: pricking, piercing, incisioning, scraping, and cauterizing the genital area. UNICEF states that the practice has no medical or religious reasons for the practice to be forced upon these young girls. Rather, it has been made into a tradition or social culture in communities that see violence against girls and women socially acceptable. Those who participate in the practice also see it as a rite of passage into womanhood to ensure a girl's future for marriage. However, the practice upholds many health risks from complications during the procedure, such as fever, severe pain, or even worse, death, to long-term complications such as urinary, menstrual, and psychological problems. WomenHealth.gov reports that the practice of FGM is against the law in the United States along with other countries, as it is a violation of women's and a form of child abuse due to all the physical and mental health issues that it possesses. However, action is needed now to put an end to this practice to those countries that has no laws against it. As of now, it is believed that an estimate of 68 million girls are at risk for this procedure to be forced upon them by 2030 if this continues. Though many organizations and campaigns created by UNICEF and The Guardian are working hard to spread awareness of the subject of FGM, the demand of ending this practice is still at battle, as it is seen as a form of abuse against women and children, as well as a form of violation of women, children, and human rights. Gia Rodriguez, Atlanta, Georgia.